Hey everyone, hope that you're having a great day. This is your next installment of Daily Devotion, and I'm coming to you from the church building out at our gazebo. It's great weather, wind's blowing just a little bit, and life is still going on around me as you hear cars drive by. But I was reading in my daily devotional time this morning from John chapter 15, where Jesus is describing himself as the true vine. And he says this, "Abide in me and I in you." This idea of Christ wanting us to live in him and he in us. And he goes on to say in verse 5, "I'm the vine and you are the branches." So God is that main vine where everything shoots off from him. And he goes on to say, "Whoever abides in me and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit." So we're supposed to, from the vine, bear fruit of that love that we have that comes straight from the vine. He says, "For apart from me, you can do nothing." And I wonder in our lives how often we think we can do it all on our own, and we just need Jesus on the side here and there when we can't do it on our own. But here he says, without me, you can't do anything, because I am the sustainer, and from me all life flows. He goes down and says in verse 8, "By this my Father is glorified, by you abiding in me, by you being a branch from me who is the vine. By this God is glorified, that you," and here he goes on to say, "God is glorified by this, that you bear much fruit, and so by bearing fruit prove to be my disciples." So as we go out and we live Christ in the world that we're in, we're bearing fruit. Vines and branches without fruit are useless. They have no purpose, but the fruit is what makes a difference. And by bearing fruit, those good works that come from us naturally as we live Christ, then we prove to be his disciples. And he goes on to say this, "As the Father has loved me, so I have loved you. Abide in my love, and live in my love, as my love lives in you. If you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love." So by doing what Christ asks of us, we're living in love, essentially. And he says this, verse 12, "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you." So he's saying all this. I want you to live in my commandments. And by that, you know that you're abiding in me and I in you, and you are being fruitful. But this is the commandment he says, the one commandment he's talking about. And there's a lot of other commandments that we live by, but this one sums it all up. He says that you love one another as I have loved you. Today, as we think about all that's going on in the world around us and the things that we're struggling with, maybe a little bit of stir craziness going on, the one thing that we can do is demonstrate God's love, no matter whether we're in our house or outside of it. God's love can be shown through us. So spend a moment today abiding in Christ by obeying his commandment to love others as he has loved you. And in that, you'll know that you are his disciple, because you love as he has loved you. I hope that you have a blessed day, and I hope that you go out and live a life of love, no matter whether you're in your home or you're out in the beauty that God has created for us. So go live out that commandment today. Love as you have been loved. God bless.